I'm going to teach you DLDCO or Digital Logic Design and Computer Architecture. If you see the name only, we need to know about computer, how it works. Not only the computer, all the parts of computer, how they relate to each other to solve the problem of your computing. Okay, so we'll go to the diagram part. So in this diagram, we have so many parts. If you see, mainly we have 5 parts. One is CPU. CPU in turn has got 2 parts, ALU and CU. The main part of computer, also known as heart of computer. Then we have memory used to store information. Then we have normal input and output. Now, in this subject, we need to know the function of each and every part, not only each and every part, but how they are related to solve any software running, which I will teach you after some time. We'll go to our next slide. Okay. Now, we should know the types of computer based on size, based on the power of computation. So, we have 5 types of computers. Then we should know a definition of computer also. Okay. System is what? A system is a machine which can take input, do something, do some processing and give some output. Okay. And then when we do processing in terms of subject, it is a instruction. Okay. A group of system will perform computing paradigm. We'll go to the next. Okay. Now we have 5 types of computers based on the size. We have PC. In our lab, you can see that all desktop computers. Then we have small computers, notebook computers. Then we have similar to PC, we have same, but processing power is more. We say it as workstation having GPUs and other things. And next one is your ERP systems. Now these systems are legacy system like mainframe computers and those things. And the last one is very fast computers known as supercomputers. Now, it is used for some specific application like scientific or to know the weather of the country or anything else. Now, if you see the diagram of your computers, again, I have already shown you. So, CPU is there. In this, we have main 2 parts, ALU, having 2 operation, arithmetic and logical operation, and then memory, input, output. Now all these parts has to be controlled by some parts known as control unit, which will generate some control signal or timing signals. Based on that only system will read or fetch something from memory to be executed in your ALU. So this I will teach after some time. Now if you see that as per our subject, every student should know the function of each and every part. So this will skip now. Input will take input. It must be stored in some storage. We have different types of storage. As per the scientist requirement, we should have a single storage which is very fast and having more space, but we don't have. Therefore, the storage again is of different types, mainly 2 types, primary memory, secondary memory. RAM is a part of primary memory which is volatile. Those things are fine. So in our subject, main thing is that stored program concept. Okay, or von Neumann architecture. As per scientists, any software has to be loaded in RAM, in primary memory. Then only CPU can access those instructions from RAM and then it can execute in ALU. Next. Now we'll see that. Now again, I told you that we don't have a single memory which is very fast and more space. So we have cache memory, registers, and then pen drive, so that the cost and the fastness can be sometime used in that sense. Now secondary memory is your CD-ROM or pen drive, those things. Now the main part of system is ALU. Now in motherboard I am having ALU, but the name only says that arithmetic operation. We have only 5 arithmetic operation: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. But even then, subtraction